Good afternoon, good evening, happy Saturday. I'm Owen with CBS 13. Thanks for tuning into Weekend Headlines. Hardworking here in our newsroom here in Portland on this Saturday. Pretty nice day, I'd say, weather-wise. I hope you enjoyed the most of it. It's certainly getting a little more chilly right now. You might be able to see David right over my shoulder. He's hard at work too. We'll get to that in just a little bit. So let's dive into a few of our headlines. So first coming up, a lead story coming up tonight. Again, for those who are tuning into our newscast, we have no 6 p.m. show today because of college football schedule. We are on CBS coming up at 11, and our normal 10 o'clock show on Fox, that'll be on tonight at 11:30. So got our shows coming up just a little later tonight. Our first headline story tonight, though, police say that a teenager was killed late last night in an ATV crash in Belgrade. What we know right now, Kennebec County Sheriff's responded to the area of 638 Manchester Road in Belgrade around 11:45 last night for a reported person thrown from an ATV. Police say witnesses report an ATV passing two vehicles at a high rate of speed and failed to make a turn at the Wings Mills Road. Officials say that the 16-year-old male driver from the town of Oakland died in the crash. Police believe he did not appear to have a helmet on, and that crash is still under investigation. In some of the other happier news that we have going on here today, a food pantry in the Mid-Coast is seeing a drastically increased need ahead of Thanksgiving, and they are putting in quite a bit of work. A lot of volunteers working at this food pantry in the Mid-Coast. Earlier this week, the Bodenham Food Pantry unloaded huge amounts of donated and purchased food, along with more than 60 turkeys for residents in need. Last month, they served 68 households. That's a 70% increase from this time last year. A little bit of a highlight of why so many people this year are in need of a little bit of help getting food on their tables this Thanksgiving. Also on the rise, the cost of the bird. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, an average 16-pound turkey is going for about $27. That's about $10 higher than this time last year. The folks in Bodenham are doing all they can to help meet this year's need for food.
Really expensive. And we've also worked really hard over the last year to destigmatize people using the pantry. You don't have to be destitute to use us. We have this motto, it's shop here first, and we mean it.
Food pantries across Maine are seeing similar rises in the amount of families who need their help. FeedingAmerica.org says about 140,000 Mainers are facing food insecurity right now. Interesting news here. A florist up in Topsom is headed to our nation's capital to decorate the White House for the holidays. What we know right now is Wendy Herrick, the owner of Wendy Herrick Floral Designs and Tuxedo Rentals. She was picked out of thousands of candidates to decorate the hallways of the People's House. She'll meet with the First Lady Jill Biden tomorrow, along with 99 volunteer designers from across the country to start planning. Herrick says she's been a florist for about 27 years. She applied a few times for this trip in the past, but with about 9,000 other applicants, she says it was an honor to be selected.
That there's going to be 100 of us that we're just all coming together regardless of what our beliefs are, feelings are, that type of thing. And we're all just going to decorate the People's House because it's Christmas and it's a wonderful time of year.
Last year, the theme for the White House was Gifts from the Heart. It included 6,000 feet of ribbon, 41 Christmas trees, 10,000 ornaments, and more than 78,000 lights. A quick look at the weather that we have going on. I'm sure it's been in the news the last couple of days. Upstate New York absolutely getting slammed right now by heavy amounts of snow. New York State and regions surrounding the Great Lakes are digging out right now after a massive snowstorm that dumped as much as 6 feet of snow in some areas. The Buffalo area among the hardest hit. The storm forced the NFL to move the Buffalo Bills Sunday game to Detroit. Tractor trailers got stuck in the snow as they tried to get around an I-90 detour on smaller roads. Officials say they continue to urge people to stay home and be careful. New York's governor deployed 70 members of the National Guard to help with that snow removal. And the storm not over yet. A lot of forecasters are saying there'll be a break in the snow today, but it's expected to start back up again tonight and last into early next week. Unfortunately, here, local weather, we don't have a Charlie Lepresti in the building at the moment. He's busy working on your forecast, and that'll be again coming up tonight. No early newscast. We'll have our 11 p.m. newscast on CBS 13 and our normal 10 o'clock newscast on Fox. That'll be on tonight at 11:30 after the football game. Also in the news tonight, 4 state championship games in high school football. Dave Eade right behind me. He is hard at work getting those highlights. You can check those out. Also coming up later tonight and on our website, WGME.com. Well, that's all we have for now for our Saturday headlines. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tonight.